The captain is withholding something.
Acheran will not deceive us, Gadriel.
Then where did Dimitri and Titus serve previously? And why is he back in battle so soon after such grievous surgery?
Sergeant Ventiad spoke of a Death Watch team that deployed a virus bomb on Kadaku. Perhaps our lieutenant was one of them. I am far more concerned with what we just saw at that crash site.
Lieutenant.
Brother, are you recovered?
I am.
The apothecary should run a diagnostic.
I do not have the need nor the time for such a process.
Magos Gallio also expressed his concern. Consider his counsel, if not ours.
If there is any risk of recurrence, it puts the whole squad in jeopardy.
It can wait. I must speak with Captain Acheran.
As you command.
Force is a gift from him, and we shall use it to serve him alone. The death of an Archmagos will not be regarded favorably by the machine cult.
Brother, it is a relief to see you on your feet.
Heard you took a turn for the worse.
Such reports were exaggerated.
I am glad to hear it.
Your efforts in delaying the swarm were admirable.
It was a sight to behold, brother.
I must report to Acheran. Excuse me.
The Emperor protects.
Was that truly the work of the archenemy?
It was not clear to you.
It may have been only a handful of fanatics.
A handful of cultists could not bring down a Thunderhawk.
He is right. The archenemy is here.
They chose to reveal their presence. There must have been a reason they wanted Nozick dead.
What in damnation happened down there?
Nozick was assassinated.
The Adeptus Mechanicus report said engine failure.
That's not what I saw.
Sergeant. Traitors.
Chaos.
You're sure?
No mistaking it, sir.
Clear the bridge! Nozick was head of a highly classified project.
Aurora. What is it?
A weapon.
And the minions of Chaos learned of its existence.
With Nozick dead, there's only one man capable of continuing the work. Morius Luz, Nozick's apprentice. He is currently missing. His last known location was a Mechanicus facility on Avarax, one that is now overrun with Tyranids. This will get you into the cogitator within the facility. You can access Luz's tracker from there. We are on course to Avarax now. I want you ready the second we enter orbit.
Sir. What was on the ship with Nozick?
What concern is it of yours?
The Mechanicus seemed eager to retrieve it, and yet the enemy left it untouched.
Whatever it is, without Luz, it's useless to us.
Lieutenant, the journey to Avarax will take time. Enough for a brief diagnostic.
Very well, if it will put you at ease.
Magos Gallio will be in the armory.
How did you know about Aurora?
I saw the name in a mission report, most of which was redacted.
I would have preferred to stay on Kadaku and hunt down the heretics that dishonored our brothers.
We will find them on Avarax.
Unless Luz is already dead.
Whatever those tech priests are working on is still here, in this system. I expect the greatest battle is yet to come.
Titus, I heard that you collapsed upon encountering the tainted wreckage. I am concerned.
A mere side effect of the surgery. I am fully recovered.
Sergeant Gadriel, I trust that you will be close at hand should your brother suffer any further episodes.
Yes, Brother Chaplain.
If the arch-enemy is indeed present, any weakness could grow into a cancer of the soul. Bind yourself to the pages of the Codex, and it will shield you from the glare of heresy.
My faith is without compromise. I will not waver.
You look tired, Merrick.
I have not ships extending 22 hours into
Amigos
notice. Recap Russians.
Incident on Kadaku. I am greatly concerned.
It was brief. Likely a result of the surgery.
You suffered catastrophic damage to a number of primary organs at the hand of that Carnifex. While in that state, you underwent radical surgery. Your body was ripped open from head to foot. If some error was made and remains undetected, it could cost you your life.
Brother, we cannot afford another episode like that.
The apothecaries may not have time for a thorough diagnostic, but they've given me their sanction to do so. Now settle in. This will take time. Titus, your biometrics are below peak, but well within the tolerances for combat. I can find no explanation for the symptoms you experienced.
Then I have duties to attend to.
You have the blessings of the Omnisire.
One question. What do you know about Archmagos Nozik's research?
Such knowledge would only grace the peaks of Olympus Mons. I am certainly not privy to the subject of his activities. I only pray there remain records of his discoveries.
Time to go.
The lab is within that spire.
There's the cargo elevator.
Look at all those spores.
That'll be one hell of a fight.
Shame to miss it. We should be down there with the rest of the company.
We will be, soon enough.
Engines here. Elevator repairs are incomplete. Please conduct holy maintenance.
The elevator's inoperative.
We must find a way to restore power.
We need that elevator functional.
Operation without full repair is unwise. You may override safety protocols via the control room at your own risk.
Up there! Looks like the control room!
The main entrance is destroyed.
I found an alternate route. Plotting now. Check your display.
Engines here. Your cogitator has remained idle for 3 hours.
Through that door.
All this destruction. And not a Tyranid in sight.
They're here. Watching. Tyranids! Give no quarter! Urge them!
Dare to attack the Imperium!
Watch for their lieutenants!
Taste my steel!
This is too easy. The quickest way up is over the rooftops ahead.
Clear the debris and proceed.
The Tyranids will make ruin of the entire city given the chance.
Special tactics ready.
Have the high ground,
Then take it from them. Target destroyed. Munitions secured. Reloading!
Bridge controls ahead, brother. This will get us to the objective.
The machine labors. We may be here sometime.
Tyranids are staging a counterattack.
Eliminate them!
Swapping magazines.
Vermin!
My lord, we may now cross the bridge.
Proceed to the objective.
Sir, you seem to be at full strength again. Did the apothecaries identify the cause of your collapse?
Focus on the mission, Sergeant.
As you wish, my lord.
Control room is on the other side of that door. This is it.
Use the controls to restore power.
It worked. Let's get down there.
Practical. There's a shortcut across the rooftops to the east.
Good. Proceed.
What motive do these creatures have to attack this facility? They have no need for the technology.
They're like seeds carried by the wind. Their only motive is to devour and expand.
Incoming spores!
Cut them down!
With pleasure! Let us get to work, blessed bolter! Die, you pestilent wretch!
Will silence you! Enemy destroyed! Clear that obstruction! Yes, sir! Through that opening! Cover my reload! Care to see who can slay more Xenos, Brother Chiron? You wish for me to humiliate you again? Oh, I hope your daughter works better than your memory. On the drive! Wargear Prime! Very good. A fine gift from the forge. This will serve me well. This platform's very exposed. Expect a bumpy ride. If I'm not mistaken, you've had bad luck with cargo elevators. That was a long time ago. I prefer not to discuss it. At least you made it out alive, which is more than we can say for the orcs. It appears we have their attention. And they have ours. Unfortunate for them. Cunning little Xenos. Protect those chains.
Another one's dead.
More gargoyles attempted to sabotage. Tyranids bombarding the chains!
They never left. Restocking!
Xenos scum.
You fought admirably.
Facility in lockdown.
We'll need explosives.
Nothing's getting through that door.
Ventilation tunnels?
Checking. One floor down.
Let's go!
There was a word written in blood on Nozick's Thunderhawk. Imura.
Do not speak it, brother! The words of the arch-enemy hold dangerous power.
One should not dismiss any data that may be relevant.
Have you ever faced the arch-enemy, Sergeant?
Regrettably, I have not.
Then I suggest you listen to your brother.
If the arch-enemy is involved, might we not encounter them here?
I hope we do. I wish to have words with those traitors.
My blood raises at the thought of them.
They'll be counting on your hatred. Be sure they don't use it against you.
Through here, brothers!
The Adeptus Mechanicus put up a fight here.
Those vile creatures taint every crevice!
How far to the cogitator?
With no direct route. It'll take longer than I'd like.
Why don't they attack?
They're plotting something.
What plotting could these insects be capable of?
These are mere drones.
Then what guides them?
A worthy adversary.
More tyrannid filth! They are a plague, staining worlds with their very presence.
They will not get past this.
This damn door won't open! Look for a nearby access terminal!
The machine spirit has been disconnected. Resetting now.
happened? Power's down. Must be the reset. Listen, they're in the walls.
Ready your bolters. They're coming. Watch your back.
Hearing it close by.
Power's back. Proceed through the door. Through the floor. Rally on the elevator.
Almost there. Through the main hub, then we're at the databanks.
Expect heavy resistance.
They wish to interfere with our objective.
Our objective is of no concern to them. Their only wish is to kill us.
Carnifex!
What's up, Raptor?
Don't get caught when it charges at you.
Come and meet your end, wild beast!
The Emperor attacks.
Reloading weapon! Stabilizing weapon!
Not a beast of that stature would offer more sport.
It was outnumbered. I once faced a Carnifex alone, with nothing but a bolt pistol. That was sport.
Well, I am glad to share in the glory of this kill. This facility is in shambles. Let us hope the data center is intact. Can we access Luz's tracking data from another system?
Apparently not. It's this or nothing.
Research could justify such a waste of human life. It does not surprise me. The Adeptus Mechanicus so willingly make monsters of themselves.
Target this.
Ready to deploy special tactics.
Resupplying
Ammunition!
Door function inoperable. Adjust pathing.
Xenos! They have us boxed in!
A mistake they will soon regret.
Access restored. Corridor cleared for transit. Advanced by the Omnissiah's will.
Let us get to work.
No sign of the archenemy. Maybe they've been and gone. Maybe they're not involved after all. Stick to what you know, brother. I'm merely observing the data, as I am taught to do by the Codex Astartes. A Volkite reactor, still running. Let's hope the machine spirit has it under control. A meltdown will be catastrophic.
We'll disable it once we have the data.
Lieutenant Titus, Ultramarines, 2nd Company.
Enter your command.
Locate Marius Luz.
Access denied. Access rights granted. Establishing locus. Avarax. The city. Temple of Thasian.
Vitals are elevated.
I'll box for a Thunderhawk.
Wait. Open file Project Aurora.
Register intention of requisition.
Open the file. Open file reconstruction.
Brother, those are classified.
No. It was destroyed. Mechanicus fools. Display current location of artifact.
Warning. Volkite reactor unstable. Meltdown imminent.
This whole place will collapse onto the city beneath us.
Get them off the core.
They are throwing themselves into the reactor.
We must shut it down before they destabilize it further.
Machine Spirit, power down the reactor.
Non-compliance. Remote circuits are fused. Manual override required.
Explain.
Emergency disengagement mechanisms are located on the reactor platform.
Clear a path to those controls.
Jettisoning Volkite pylon. Stand by.
Here they come. Keep them off that reactor. Clearing the way.
Get them off the reactor!
Let us show them some of Ultramar's hospitality!
Reactor remains unstable. Disengage additional pylons.
Move to the next console. Make haste.
Jettisoning Volkite pylon. Stand by.
How many pylons remain engaged?
One Volkite pylon maintains the reactor.
Disengage it.
Unable to comply. Temperatures have fused remote circuits. Manual intervention required.
Roll down. They are making another push. Intercept. This way.
Leave no Xeno standing!
Shutdown imminent. Disengage remaining pylon to complete shutdown sequence.
Activate those controls, now!
Volkite pylon jettisoned. Reaction has entered entropic decay.
That was the last of them.
Volkite generators have delivered. No essential systems returning to hibernation.
No sign of Tyranids.
The smell of burnt ichor is enough.
We have what we came for. Move to the extraction zone.
Lieutenant, what did you see in those Mechanicus files?
A record of extreme foolishness.
Explain.
You may direct that request to our captain.
Give me a tactical overlay of the city.
Captain!
A minute.
The Adeptus Mechanicus must be stopped.
What?
If they trigger the weapon, the results could be catastrophic.
And what makes you suddenly an expert in Mechanicus research?
They're using an artifact to power the weapon. I've seen it before, on a planet named Graia. A traitor by the name of Nemroth called it a fragment of the Dark God's power that almost destroyed the planet.
Graia. Titus, the Mechanicus are acting on orders approved by the Primarch. And here are you, talking of Graia, of all places.
Damn it, Captain, if Chaos is here, if they get their hands on this thing...
Enough! I will hear no more on the subject. Now, did you get a location for Luz?
Aye, sir.
Then get down there and find him! There are those who would see you sent back to the Inquisition. Tread carefully, brother.
Sporosis have impacted 30% of the planets.
Damn them. After everything that happened.
Brother, do not keep us in the dark.
It is not your concern.
You criticize the captain for withholding intelligence, and yet you treat us to the same evasive obscurity.
Stray words have cost me dearly.
So you do not trust us?
Brothers, calm yourselves, lest you face the chaplain's censure.
Look! I hope they survived.
Illogical. Cosmic systems are unsatisfactory.
Time to go. I will not concede another loss to our...
Brother, you seem troubled.
I tire of reckless fools.
I hope you do not mean us.
Not unless you worship the Omniscient.
Ah, then I share your distaste.